Hey everyone, so the 2025 Met Gala was actually really good. Let's get into it. So if you clicked on this video, you probably do know what the Met Gala is, but for anyone that doesn't know, the Met Gala is literally it is where people have this celebration of this exhibit that is hosted by the Met once a year, and that usually derives some kind of theme from the event. And what it's turned into is there's a lot of famous people, a lot of celebrities that get invited and kind of pair up with these brands to put on the most extravagant or on theme costume or more so look than anything at this Met Gala. They walk this runway and it's a whole thing. Fashion people from all over the world get into it. It's like their Super Bowl. And honestly, the last couple years have been a hot fucking mess. Like, to be honest, the last couple years, the themes have been okay. Last year was more like the nature and like the passage of time. There's been themes recently of like Americana, costuming, just very basic kind of themes. You can kind of interpret it however, and a lot of celebrities just kind of put on the most glamorous dress or the most glamorous suit they can and try to get away with it.
The fuck up? You thought you ate that? Bitch,
And those themes, they really let celebrities and more so fashion brands get away with putting guys in a suit and tie and some actresses or models and just cocktail dresses and call it a day. But this theme is a little bit different, and it really challenged brands, I think, to up their pussy. They got into it. They really did the damn thing when it came to showing out this theme. So what theme in 2025 could really make brands step out of their comfort zone and give us a Met Gala of the 2020s? Well, something they usually stray away from: Black culture. Or not necessarily stray away from, more so not give credit to when it's due, when they are influenced by Black culture. But anyways, it is Dandyism and just Black tailoring in the 1900s. More specifically, like around World War I, World War II times, 1920s, 1930s. Think of that era. So in the early 1900s, a lot of Black people are getting kind of reintroduced into society. Slavery was just ended in the United States around the 1860s. There is a lot more expression from Black people, and tailoring was the way that they could do this. Different silhouettes, different cuts in their suiting and their dresses. There was a lot of like kind of cuts at the abdomen. There was a lot of fur coats. There was a lot of capes. There was just something so much more different in the 1920s. And that's where this flapper aesthetic and a lot of these 1920s, a lot of it is derived from this kind of exquisite and very unique tailoring that Black people embraced because they wanted to reclaim their culture after they had just gone through this horrific thing of slavery in the late 1800s. So whenever there's an event about Black culture or about Black history, and white people are involved, white people are going to fuck it up somehow. Think about rap, think about any kind of artistic endeavor. Anytime a white person raps is to get no, but besides that, there was a lot of good silhouettes in this Met Gala, and I think you really had to step it up or you were going to be burned a la Amelia Gray. Sorry, girl, that do-rag, just not it, girl, not it at all. But that was the main conversation, and I never really fully realized I was just talking about the white people fucking up at the Met Gala, and more so the Black people that are going to shine and give us a part of their culture and really just put on this extravagance and this kind of tailoring that we haven't seen in a while. Like, this kind of tailoring is not really in the mainstream media anymore. The closest thing to it is like a Dapper Dan situation, the guy in Harlem that would wear these Louis Vuitton print, Gucci print suits and would make them for actors in New York City or just celebrities around New York, and you'd see a lot of people wearing them. You see a lot of people, especially like in the 2010s, kind of flicked up with him if they ever made their pilgrimage to New York. He was just that when I think of dandyism, I think of Dapper Dan. And that's what this Met Gala brought. A lot of black celebrities, black artists, black musicians really brought it. And just to name a few, Tiana Taylor, one of the best dressed, like on point theme Met Galas, and this was partially designed by her. So just one of the best, like I said, the tailoring, the structure, the big shoulders, the do-rag cape, like just amazing. Apparently this was designed by her and then, collaborated with Marc Jacobs. So just shout out to Marc Jacobs. Like, this was a double win for both of y'all. This was amazing. And usually Tiana Taylor, she kills it at the Met Gala mostly all the time, but like this one was top tier. The co-chair opened it up, Coleman Domingo. He always usually slays on a red carpet, so the Met Gala was no different. He had the large cape on and revealed it, and it showed this black and white ensemble that was really great. You saw a lot of women that were wearing dresses that looked more like male suits. So Emma Chamberlain did this. I thought she pulled it off really, really well. What do you expect from the queen of fashion YouTube herself? Even Kim Kardashian with his custom chrome hearts, like the tailoring, just everything about this was amazing. I will say too, just this Met Gala was so much more refreshing just because it felt like it was contributing to something. It felt like it was moving the culture. It was introducing to people to something that a lot of people didn't know about. I feel like if you ask people what dandyism or what black fashion looked like, in the early 1900s, no one, especially white people, would be able to tell you. But now there's like this image of it now.
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
And it humanizes it because we see a lot of our, favorite black celebrities, black artists in the types of outfits. And it's like, oh, it kind of humanizes this experience that obviously none of us grew up in the early 1900s. No one really alive was around that time at this point, which like in past Met Galas, like the passage of time and all these abstract events just made the event seem more like a rich people bukkake, honestly. Like, let's all go around, let's all show these rich people, because it comes out that a Met Gala ticket's $50,000 and the artist doesn't even really pay for, or the person actually being dressed doesn't even pay for it. It's like the brand that pays for it. So they're shelling out like millions of dollars to get these 4 or 5 people to this event to show off their construction. It could either be really good or really bad, and it just felt like literally like a celebrity jerk-off session, and no one wants to really watch that, even if the outfits are really good. And this just felt so much more real because it was referencing an actual event. It was bringing up a marginalized community, and a lot of people executed it pretty well. And what I do appreciate from this Met Gala is that the spotlight was on more of the black celebrities that were there, and I think they all showed out as they should have. Like almost every single one. That should be the conversation surrounding this. It should be surrounding how great the black celebrities really put on and showed out for this part of their culture. And I don't think a lot of them missed at all. I think the guy from Severance, was his name Tremel Truman, or he had a great outfit. Coco Jones, the singer, she also had an amazing representation of the theme. Nak Yai, the model, like she's always stuns on a red carpet because she's just absolutely gorgeous, but also hit the theme. Janelle Monáe, even though I didn't like it, I saw the theme. Like she was spot on with the theme. I could see that being like if someone came from the 1920s to the future, that's what they would wear. And I think that's just the most important thing. This conversation needs to be on how are we celebrating this black history versus, okay, the white people are going to try to cosplay this. Let's see how bad they do, because like Amelia Gray shows up in a do-rag. That's stupid. That's funny. Like she flopped. And it's like, okay, laugh at it and let's keep celebrating. And I think that Met Gala achieved it. It feels like it was more black guests than there was white guests. So I just feel like that was very interesting, and I'm glad that the Met Gala wasn't that tone deaf, because it has been like a tone deaf motherfucking event for the last like 5 years. I feel like I'm more in the streetwear circle, and when a Met Gala turns my head and gets my attention, it does the job, because I usually don't pay attention to Met Galas. I'll wake up the morning before, but this one, it was really refreshing. And I hope next year the theme, again, focuses on some part of history or some culture, and people have to come out and really, and brands specifically, because brands had to really get into their bag. Be like, how are we going to represent black culture? Because these brands barely have anybody on their team. And the brands that did really well were black owned brands, or black designers, or brands with black creative directors. They really showed out. I mean, there was other brands too, like Burberry had 2 really good looks that I really, really enjoyed. And we all know that there's some white twink up in there. So I want to touch on another situation regarding the Met Gala and Wisdom K. So Wisdom K, if you know anything about fashion, Wisdom K is probably the biggest fashion influencer, definitely male fashion influencer. Makes crazy videos, edits them all himself, takes his picture. That was kind of his come up. He did everything on his own, and all his outfits are insane. He styles anything from anime characters to countries, and it seemed like a natural progression that Wisdom K would be at the Dandyism Met Gala theme. As a black man who has risen the ranks of the fashion industry, and who was there last year, it just seemed very natural, but he was not invited. And he himself is not going to pay $50,000 to go to the Met Gala. And people have speculated, is he being blackballed because of his thoughts he shared on the whole Palestinian-Israel situation? One can only speculate, but I think that is kind of unfortunate, because besides that, it was a really good Met Gala. But I will have to say that with that elephant in the room, it's just like one of the biggest creators who obviously gets a lot of influence through this kind of stuff and this type of fashion. I think he would have turned it out, and it's really unfortunate. And a lot of people in the fashion world were pissed that he was not there. So I think that's something you have to consider when it's like, why is the Met Gala not allowing anybody? Maybe because of something they said about a certain political situation. It's really unfortunate, and it really sucked that we didn't get to see Wisdom K turn out something amazing. But yeah, I think this Met Gala, hopefully when I post this, because I'm probably going to post this the day after the Met Gala, I think it will be received well. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I really enjoyed it. It caught my attention. The silhouettes were so different. The futuristic take on dandyism and tailoring that was seen in especially Harlem and pre-World War I, around World War II era time. Like, I really enjoyed it. And just the different, like I said, the different shapes, the silhouettes, the things I didn't even know about that I had to research. Like, it was really good. I think if the Met Gala goes more towards this direction, the Met Gala will get a lot more eyes. So if anyone from Vogue watches this, get into this bag a little more. Get into this bag, because my eyes were locked. My eyes were locked and loaded. I really enjoyed this Met Gala. I think truly when we get to 2030, which is crazy because we're pretty much closer to 2030 than we were to 2020, which is just fucking insane. But anyway, when we get to 2030 and we look back on the last 10 Met Galas, this will be the best one. I think that for sure. And hopefully I get proven wrong, because I love to see fashion progress better and better. Of course, I'm not a hater, but I think this will be one of the best ones of this decade, just because the Met Gala did right by inviting so many black artists, black celebrities, notable black people. Yeah, I think it was really good to showcase this, and I think we need to focus on how many people, especially black people, displayed dandyism and displayed this type of tailoring. Most importantly, I want to know what you think in the comments. Did you love this Met Gala? Did you hate the Met Gala with everything in your fucking soul? Let me know how you felt. Maybe you can enlighten me. Maybe it'll change my mind. But I will see you for a next video very soon. And it could be about streetwear. Bye.